And I think when I first started noticing my work process changing was when I became aware that I was becoming more aware. It starts before you write, before you put anything down on paper or on your keyboard or whatever. It starts with what you take in, and it starts being a good journalist. You are you're asking questions. You're being aware. You're looking around you. You're taking
Being
in
objective as possible.
being objective as possible.
Yeah.
And I think when I first started noticing my work process changing was when I became aware that I was becoming more aware. Anyway, I just started to notice that I was noticing things like before I'd been in the field and I would just be talking to the scientist and I'd just be focusing on him. And now I was becoming aware of everything around it as well. I was making notes of, the marshes and the cattails and the birds and the fish and the sky and everything. And it was all, coming together as one. And I was also becoming a much better listener. I was listening to what the scientists or whoever I was interviewing at the time was telling me, and I was remembering it better and I was getting it down in my notes better. And so the articles just came out better.
It's as you said, and here's what I heard you say, I believe, is that when you had this shift in awareness, you really had a shift in awareness. You were becoming aware of everything around you much more so because you were quiet enough internally to give it your attention rather than think your way through that system built on vibration, right? We got to sense our way through. And so in that place, you were able to perceive that greater awareness and then include that as part of your pieces. I think that's a phenomenal um, self-awareness and self-examination process that you went through. And thank you so much for being able to articulate it that well.